you're about to hear on this show are strictly those of the panel.
The following program is rated TV MA-LSV. It contains strong language, sexual situations, and violence. It is intended only for mature audiences. The following program...
Coming this spring to MXNBC, a groundbreaking series that will change the U.S. government and the world forever. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy, under the direction of former star of The Apprentice, Donald Trump, will challenge 3 million contestants to carry their load or hit the road. That's right. We'll be asking every government employee to prove their value.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine.
Just like in a good old-fashioned meritocracy.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming in. What would you say it is that you do around here?
I mean, a lot of days I really do stuff. It's just there's not that much going on today.
I helped Tanner and Blaze replace those heavy 5-gallon water containers.
Tune in each week as Elon and Vivek measure every federal employee's value and efficiency.
And time. So your study on how cocaine enhances the sex drive of Japanese quail. What's that worth to the American taxpayer?
I think it's priceless.
And get ready for the savings, as those that don't make the cut get shown the door.
The president wants to tell you something.
Firstly, thank you for coming in today. And second, you're fired.
The Emmy Award-watching viewers of Deadwood and Idiocracy present Doge Days, the purge of the U.S. government.
There is a whole forest of dead wood out there. We got to get chopping, buddy.
Coming this spring to MXNBC, a groundbreaking series.
Sorry about that. I had it on loop. But hello. Welcome to Team Shit Show. Sorry, it's just me. I invited a few people, but I guess everybody's too busy because it's Thanksgiving. So I'm not going to get mad at anyone because they didn't want to join me. But I need to get back into the swing since I've been gone for 2 weeks, basically. And there's quite a few things, on the shit list. So, and it's more than enough to have leftovers for tomorrow night with the panel. So I just want to say hi to everyone. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Hope you ate a lot and got to spend time with family and friends and enjoyed yourself and got to relax some. And hope somebody helped clean up the kitchen. So I just want to say hi and see if there's anyone in the chat or not. I'm going to go over and look. And I have to look at all the different places. I have to go to Rumble, and then I have to go to X, and then I have to use YouTube separately. I wish somebody would invent something where you can put it all on one and be able to respond to people. I just think it's ridiculous how we have to do that. But just want to say hi Jackie, nice to see you, and baby girl, hi. I know it's been a while, and thank you for joining me. I hope you guys have had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I did. Ate a little bit. I got a little bit of a stomach ache because I guess I swallowed a lot of air or whatever. But one of my sisters came over with her daughter, and I got to hang out with her. It was nice to see her. I really missed her. And it was just nice to get a few hugs and relax and hang out with them. But today I had something new and I wanted to try it out. I've never done this one before, so we'll see how it works. But here we go. That would be cute because the article that I wanted to talk about, I was really surprised when I saw it. And let me open it real quick here. It is this. I thought it was great. This old article with Zuckerberg dines with Trump at Mar-a-Lago. And I just thought that was very interesting. It seems like everyone that you told him to fuck off and die, basically, is all trying to kiss his ass now because America spoke and chose him again. So I just think this is awesome. All the groveling going on, because I think it was Bill Gates and then Mark Cuban, a few others. Oh, yeah, I didn't really mean everything I said or whatever. But I thought this was interesting, and I'm going to share this in the this link in the chat. so that even if you're watching the recording, you can get in the chat and get this out. But it says that he dined with them on Wednesday at Mar-a-Lago in Florida, bringing the Facebook founder and the former president, who had once was banned from his social network, together. It says that Stephen Miller, who has been appointed deputy chief of staff for Trump's second term, said Zuckerberg, like other business leaders, want to support Trump's economic plans. The tech CEO has been seeking to change his company's perception on the right following a rocky relationship with Trump. Oh, how pitiful. Oh, I don't know if I'd give him a second chance, but Trump's a nicer person than me. So it says that Mark obviously has his own interests, and he has his own company and has his own agenda, Miller said in an interview with Fox News about the meeting. But he's made clear that he wants to support the national renewal of America under Trump's leadership. So I guess that means if you still have a Facebook account, which I do not, I'll get rid of it in 2020 after some of the bullshit that happened. And they were assholes to me, at least Facebook was to me, and I'll never go back to them. They were very biased against me because I was conservative. And when I found things that were very left-leaning and horrible, well, one of the things I'm going to go ahead and say what it was. There was a picture, a cartoon drawing of an Antifa person standing over a police officer cutting their throat. It was a cartoon, I know, but I thought it was offensive. So I reported it. But then they came back to me and said that they found it as artistic expression and that they didn't think it was offensive. So I had a friend that helped me make another picture with the policeman standing over the Antifa person doing the exact same thing. And I posted them side by side, and they told me I had to take it down because it was offensive. So it was very biased against me as a conservative and a Christian. And I thought that was terrible that they would treat me that way. And I will never give them my patronage ever again. I took everything off. I left a picture of me, I put my middle name, Lynn, as my name. I left that. And I changed my profile picture to Bill Clinton in the blue dress and left it on there, and slowly deleted every single thing I ever had on there. And I would post, stupid, random crap that other people were sharing to kind of fill in the gaps so that it would go over everything I had erased so that I could get rid of it. And I've gone back and tried to see if I could find anything, and I haven't been able to find anything from their website. But you got to realize, if you don't delete your account, and which is funny because I still keep getting notices on my email that says that Facebook is still someone's still trying to log into my account and stuff. So basically, even if you delete your account, Facebook doesn't want to delete it because they lose revenue because of the ads, that go along the side. So basically, it's just a ghost account that has it's making money because it looks like there's an account, which there is not. If you went through and you read, I went through a few times and just looked at posts from people, and there's some that have posts that haven't been posted in 10 years or more, but they're still there because Facebook doesn't want to delete anything, but they know they're hurting because when there's nobody clicking on anything on that thing for a very long time, I think the people paying to have their ad on a nobody's profile basically is realizing that they're being shammed or scammed or whatever you want to call it. So, I definitely am not going to give them one penny. I don't like them at all. So I will never use it again. But I just thought that was interesting. So I'm going to share this page in the chat real quick before I close it. So I want to make sure that you guys can look it up if you're interested. But this is only going to go to Facebook. I mean, not Facebook, but YouTube. So here we go. I'm going to post it real quick. And I don't know why it keeps putting me on that one. That's not the one I want. I like this better. Okay. Now, I was going to have another person. If he shows up, I'll add him, but I don't think he will. He seems to be having a good time doing a space, playing music. So I'll just do this by myself. But it's okay. All right. Well, so the next thing, I'm going to stop sharing that. And now the next thing I want to bring up is another article that I thought was pretty interesting. It's about, let's see, which one is it? Let me make sure I pick up the wrong one. Oh, okay, let me pick this one. It's a documentary that's just coming out. And what's his name again? I think it's this one. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to make sure I click on the right one. It's a documentary that's coming out about, I think this is, oh gosh, I keep clicking on the wrong stuff. I don't know how I keep doing that. But I do. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's a documentary about North Carolina, and it's very, very interesting. And I thought that everybody would be interested in maybe seeing it. It's I'm not going to play the documentary, but it's talking about what's happened there, floods, and and everything, and how the response.
I always loved it. I loved.
It's really, really good, but I'm going to share the link so that anyone who's interested in watching this documentary about what happened after the Hurricane Helene. Oops, darn it. I did the wrong thing. Let me go back. Darn it. I messed up again. Oh, I'm terrible at this stuff. But I'm going to copy this and put it in. I got to get back into the swing of things. I'm really sorry, everyone. I want to share this because if you want to watch this documentary, I think it's really, really important that you get to see it and share it as much as you can, because people need to know the truth about what happened and what's still happening. Okay, because that's some of the things I'm going to bring up today. It's really sad to see some of the things that are still going on in North Carolina and the other areas that were affected by the floods and the mudslides, and how this administration has just basically flushed them all down the toilet, doesn't give a crap about taking care of these people, and they're American citizens. So especially for Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up, and some of these people are still living without a home. Basically, they're living in RVs or tents or anywhere that they can with friends and family, and it's pitiful. It breaks my heart to see how these people have been treated. So the next thing I wanted to bring up, let me make sure I got the right one. Okay, this one. This is pretty good. I thought it was nice. So let me, this was a post by someone that I follow, Eric, on X, and I thought it hit the spot. It says, "Work your whole life, pay taxes, obey the law, lose your home in a hurricane, and you get $750. Be a criminal in a foreign land, illegally cross our border, comes here to terrorize and commit crimes against Americans. $5,000 debit card, a free phone, mortgage assistance, and food stamps." Wow, this administration just loves American taxpayers, doesn't it? This is what you get. So it's just sad and pathetic, I think, and it's just it breaks my heart. But it makes me so happy to know that at the end of January, hopefully all this will start coming together the way it should, where American citizens are treated with respect and will be first in line again, like they should be, since we're the ones that pay all the bills. And a lot of these people that lost their homes and stuff are starting to go back to work and stuff. And they still don't have a home, and they're still being treated like nothing by our government, not by the people. Because from everything that I've seen and heard and listened to in spaces and read on different articles and stuff, the people there have been really good at helping their neighbors to the best of their ability. I wouldn't say FEMA has done it, but the people have helped the people, and that makes me proud of these people. It makes me proud of America, because America is tough and we love each other. We love our country. We love our freedoms. So I just want to say thank you to all those people that have been reaching out and trying to help these people. But it's made me think about a few things about what's important in our life, and that working towards being a better person to others, especially people who are doing without, or going through a hard time in their life, and they just want someone to listen to them, or just sit with them, or just listen to them on the phone, or listen to them in a space, or anything that we can do. Any time that we have any extra time, go donate some time. Go to a nursing home and read to people in the nursing home, or go sort clothes at a Goodwill or a Salvation Army and help them get stuff ready for to put on the shelf to sell, to help other people with the money that they earn. Little things like that, I think, would be something special that we can do. But one thing that I want to share is I saw this and I shared it on my YouTube channel, and it made me think about real guardian angels in our lives, and how sometimes we're so busy and so self-absorbed in our own lives, that we don't realize exactly how maybe a guardian angel might really work in our real world. And that maybe if we step back and start trying to pay a little bit more attention, we'll realize there's a lot more guardian angels out there than we know of. But I want to play this for you so you can see it. So I hope I can figure this out. I just think that is really good if you think about it. All the times that someone's cut you off in traffic, and then a little 10 or 15 minutes later, you're driving along and you realize there's a car wreck up there, or little things like that, that we tend to be get so upset because of road rage or whatever's going on, that we don't realize that a few seconds longer and it might have been us up there. Just like this showed you the guy pushing him out of the way, pushing his wife and him to the ground while they're trying to buy flowers. And within seconds after they land on the ground, they're mad at this guy because he's a jerk. But then a car smashes into the flower stand. And then the other one, you see the guy shove the guy backward to keep him from going forward, like he's trying to hog the sidewalk for himself. And a TV falls out of the apartment building window and just misses the guy. So let's all try to take these next month before Christmas and try to observe a little more and look around us and find out whether or not we ourselves have guardian angels that are trying to protect us. And yeah, it might seem like they're a jerk or something like that, but they could probably be really giving us a step up, and we're not realizing it. So maybe we should look at things a little different, or try to step back and look at it a little different. I think it would be good for us. But I don't know. I just really thought that was a really good video, and that's why I posted it, because I wanted people to realize that, maybe our lives aren't as bad as we think they are, but we're only tending to look at the bad things instead of trying to look at some of the things that are good and that are happening around us. It's just that sometimes we let the bad overtake the good things that are happening. So I don't know. I just thought maybe that might help somebody. But hello, everybody in the chat. Hi, Bear. Nice to see you. No, I didn't have a guest because I sent him the link and everything, but I guess he decided to stay in a space and listen to music and not join me tonight. I guess, I don't know. But I can't do that. I can't do anything about it if someone doesn't show up. I can't do anything. So I'm going to see what he's saying. He's saying there's also a really good 2-hour video. Oh, really? I'll have to watch that. Well, thank you so much. If you don't mind, would you share that in the chat? Because it'll stay for the recording and other people will get to watch it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it does look like it's from a movie. I don't think it is. I think it's just something someone made to try to get people to realize that that maybe God's touching our lives, even when it seems like it's bad. And that's why I liked it. That's why I wanted to share it. I really do like that. So I just wanted to make sure everybody got to see it. And thank you guys. Thank you for showing up and hanging out a little bit. I know it's Thanksgiving and you didn't have to be here, but I need to get back into it because as you can tell, I'm having a really hard time trying to remember, because I was just starting to feel like I knew what I was doing, and now I feel like I don't know anything again. But this next thing I want to share, I thought it was really good because I wanted to talk a little bit more about the stuff that's going on with the people still for the hurricane and the floods and the mudslides and all that stuff, and how crappy this government that we have right now that's in charge treated our people. Because I just thought that was it's just heartbreaking. And it's still hard for me to understand that one group of people could hate people so much that they just let them rot and not even want to lift a finger to help them. I just don't understand it. But I found this article or this post, and I wanted to share it with everyone because I think it clears up a little bit, because a lot of people are saying certain things are happening, and a lot of people just go with it and just believe everything. So I try the best I can when I share something to share factual information, and I thought this right here would clear it up. It says on the thing, it says officials are reportedly not answering the phone of desperate victims trying to get their donated campers permitted for electricity. No permit, no electricity, and that means no heat. Even the reporter admits, I tried calling for days and I only got an answering machine. But this is a nice little video, and I'd like to share it with you guys. Let me make it bigger and push play.
There is a number to contact to acquire permits at no cost, and for days I've tried getting through with no luck, and others too are only getting the voicemail box. Barrier says, just keep trying.
Keep calling that number. The office is busy. There's one administrative assistant to answer those calls, so the other people can be out in the field doing the job that needs to be done.
Barrier says even if your camper does not pass inspection, they will not leave you out in the cold.
I don't think so. No, I can get you with FEMA and get you in a hotel room until we can make that safe.
The county said, yes, there is a big need. So if you can get through to that number, they say leave a message and do not give up hope. Keep calling until you are heard. But if you cannot get through, there is a separate number. That number is on WCNC.com. For now in Avery County, Austin Walker, WCNC Charlotte.
So this is a really good article or good information. So I'm going to share this link in the chat. Because if you know anyone that is stranded there and they can't get electricity, just like you said, don't give up. And that's the sad fact, is that it just seems like whenever it's something
there is a number to contact to acquire.
Our government, from this administration for our taxpayers, it seems like they get the bottom of the barrel treatment. You know what I mean? It's not like the way they treat the people just walking over the border. It's like they're first in line. They're treated to free flights wherever they want to go, all this stuff. And to see how they have one phone line for all these people that are without. And I don't know, it just really pisses me off. It just makes me so angry, and I'm trying not to be angry because it's Thanksgiving, and I did a music stream earlier today to try to play some songs to try to lighten people hearts and make people realize that there was plenty to be thankful for. I'm healthy, my family's healthy, I have a roof over my head, I'm not hungry, I have electricity, but I'm praying a lot for these people, and I'm trying to share information so that these people can get what they need. I mean, they're in North Carolina, and I can tell you right now, it was in the 50s today, and I think it's in the 40s right now, and it's chilly, and I had to wear gloves and a jacket to go out and make sure that my chickens were in the coop, and the doors were locked and all that stuff. And these people are having to live not in a home because they have no home. Their mountain just dissolved and took half the people's homes with them, and these people are without. And the thought of all these people being cold and maybe not having coats and jackets or electricity or blankets or whatever it is that they need to stay warm and to keep their kids warm, or their grandparents warm, or their mom and dad, or their whoever, it's sad to me. So I just hope that somebody can get something done, because I just think it's ridiculous that all these people are going without. But here is another video that I found that I thought was pretty interesting, and I'm glad to share it, because the more people see these things, the more they're going to realize that these people are not, our government is not taking care of our people, our taxpayers. When you get up every day, you go to work, you pay your bills, you try to not break the law, and you pay your taxes on time, and then you're put on the very bottom of the list, under other countries and under illegals and things like that. To me, it just really takes me off. But as you know, I've already said that. But let's see. I want to. Okay. Let's see. I want to share. I think it's this one. Well, I think it is. Let me see. Yes, this is it. Okay, this is another one I thought was pretty good. But before, I gotta make this smaller first. Before I do it, it says here, Joe Biden has asked Congress for another $24 billion for Ukraine, while North Carolina looks like this today. So here we go. And, I just showed you the campers and stuff that some of the people are living in. But here you go. This is who they don't think is worth helping. And I do have it turned up. There's no sound with this. I guess it's drone footage, but just look and think about it, because this could have been your town. Could have been your people, your family, your relatives devastated like this. There you go. And that's just one small area, okay, of devastation. But they want to send trillions of dollars, which we have already, to a country that should be negotiating with Russia and trying to settle things, instead of waiting for us to keep sending them more and more money to basically fight a war they can't win. I mean, they're a teeny tiny country. They need to sit down and talk to Russia and say, hey, what do we have to do to settle this? And Trump is willing to do that. But it sure is funny how this administration doesn't give a shit about trying to make peace. All they want to do is keep sending more of our money over there for them to keep dropping more bombs and killing more people. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But I'm praying about it. But it's that doesn't make me very happy. But I'm so thankful. Thank goodness that Thanksgiving is almost over, because it's hard. It's hard to stay focused and want to have good thoughts about good things, because there is good things that are still happening. Because to see all these people helping their neighbors in another city. I mean, you saw all the bulldoze work they've done and how much they've cleaned up. Basically, they've done it without our government helping them. Maybe their governor and their state has been helping them a little bit, but it's definitely not our federal government, the way they should have stepped in and tried to help these people. So, no, I haven't. I haven't heard about his phone call. I'm sorry. I've been gone, and since I've been home, I have been doing laundry, trying to get caught back up of all the things that didn't get done because I left, and my daughter stayed here, took care of my chickens. So I pretty much have been doing that, and then trying to get ready for this and tomorrow night's show, and talk to other people about some things that we've got in the works in the future. And plus I've had some really bad headaches. I don't know why, but I'm trying to work through that. I've had one most of today, and I'm doing a lot better right now, but I'm just got a lot of stuff been going on. But I'm sorry I haven't seen that. But if you have anything about that and you'd like to share it in the chat, I'd really appreciate it. Thank you. I really appreciate it. But the next thing I would like to talk about that I think you guys might not know about is this. I think it's this one. Yeah, about a little bit about the stuff that's going on about with Fauci, and more information is coming out about the way they handled this whole COVID situation. And when I saw this, I forgot. I had almost forgotten the way that they treated people and at the end of their lives, and how people weren't allowed to be with people. But see, I'm lucky because my father and his wife live in Arkansas. So when, and I had never gotten the shot. I never got the shot, and I hardly ever wore a mask. And if they wouldn't let me in their business without a mask, I went somewhere else. And then a few times I even called and ordered what I needed, and I just had them put it in my car, and I took it home because I needed things, but I just didn't believe in some of the dumb stuff they were making people do. And I knew that masks didn't work because it says so right on the box. Okay, if you read the box, it says it will not stop viruses and things like that. It will stop bigger particles, but anything that can go in your nose and your mouth can also go into your eyes. And you never saw people walking around with goggles on. It just was sad, the whole thing. But I'm going to share this. It says, insane to think that someone telling family members not to come over for the holidays because they were unvaccinated. Don't ever forget the things these people did to us just a few years ago. And that's why I wanted to share this, because we got another holiday about to come up. And I hope that you guys are going to be able to spend time with your loved ones and your family, whether you're vaccinated or not. And hopefully that a lot of people have overcome realizing that some of the things that these people were trying to say and get you to do really was just made up gibberish. It didn't have facts behind it. Because I told people, read the box, and I carried an empty box, mask box in my purse because I have allergies. And when I mow, I wear a mask, but it's not because it stops viruses. It's because it stops dust particles, things like that help me keep my sinuses as clear as possible and stuff, so that I might get something up there because I'm allergic to dust and mold and mildew and things like that. But those particles are a lot bigger than a virus. So I'm going to play this for you. So have a listen and see if it sparks your memories from a few years back.
If someone in your family isn't vaccinated, should you ask them not to show up?
Yes, I would do that. I mean, I think we're dealing with a serious enough situation right now that if there's an unvaccinated person, I would say, I'm very sorry, but not this time, maybe another time when this is all over.
If some
and I never got COVID, so I've never been able to spread it to anyone because I never did have it. And I did have one blood test to prove that I didn't have COVID. So, and I don't have anything in me. So I think it's sad because my immune system is probably 10 times stronger than most of these people, simply because I'm healthy and I take care of myself. But I just think it's sad that these people said a lot of things that they shouldn't. And it's starting to come out, the proof that they didn't have any proof that standing 6 feet apart or wearing a mask that won't stop a virus would make people feel good about not getting sick, when they should have been saying, please wash your hands, wipe your doorknobs off, all these things. I do all that at my house because someone could have lotion on their hands that has sulfur in it or something like that, or perfumes that I might be allergic to. Not because I'm worried about viruses, but because, I don't like having swollen eyes, that my eyes swelled shut, or I can't breathe because I'm stuffed up. And that's all with allergies. So I just hope that if anything like this ever happens again, that the government will have a more common sense approach to actually trying to push things that actually work, that they have facts about. They didn't have any facts when they were trying to do some of these things. And hopefully we'll learn something from some of this. And more people will be able to stay with their loved ones, especially when they're elderly or they're in a nursing home. They're not able to get around, because there's nothing more important in the world than being with people that you love and that love you. So I just wanted to say that, especially since it's Thanksgiving. Okay, so I got a few things off my chest, but I also want to share this with everyone. Let's see, let me bring this one up. I thought it was pretty good. I saw this, and it was RFK, something someone had posted, and I thought it was important, since now he's going to seem like he's going to have a pretty big job to do under Trump's administration. It's going to start next in January, end of January. So I figured I'd share this in case you hadn't heard it or seen it, and then you can listen to it yourself, because I'm going to share the link in the chat, so you can go and listen to it yourself. And anything you don't understand, research it, look it up. You can get on the internet, on your phone, on your iPad, and look up anything you want and read it as slow or as fast as you want, whatever you need to feel safe in your own home or around your loved ones. But this says, RFK Jr. explains that all 72 vaccines that are on the vaccine schedule have never been safely tested. Fauci continuously called Robert Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. a liar. So RFK Jr. sued Fauci for proof of testing. Fauci conceded, admitting to RFK Jr. That he was right all along. Let that sink in. None of the vaccines mandated for your child has ever been tested for safety, yet safe and effective is in their mantra. So I would like you to listen to what he has to say, but research it for yourself. Don't just believe what one person tells you. Like even me, I'm not a doctor, and I'm not trying to be a doctor, but I want you to be informed. I think every person who takes any medicine or does anything, with herbal teas or any of these things, should know what you're taking and understand the side effects that they might have. So here we go. Here's the video, and here we go. Let's listen to what he has to say.
For many years, I was saying not one of the 72 vaccines mandated for children has ever been safety tested in pre-licensing placebo-controlled trials. Not one. Tony Fauci was saying he's lying. In 2016, President Trump appointed me to run a vaccine safety commission. And he ordered Fauci and Collins to meet with me with White House counsel present. And I said to Fauci at that meeting, you say I'm lying. For 8 years, you've been saying I'm lying about this. show me the study. And he said, I don't have it here. It's back in Bethesda. And I'll send it to you. I never got it. So I sued him. Me and Aaron Siri, and after stonewalling us for a year, their lawyers met us on the courthouse steps and said, yep, you're right. We never had any study. And they gave it to us in writing. You can go to the CHD website, my website, and you can see that letter from HHS. There's no downstream liability. There's no front-end safety testing. That saves them $250 million. And there's no marketing and advertising costs because the federal government is ordering them ordering 78 million school kids to take that vaccine every year. What better product could you have? And so there was a gold rush to add all these new vaccines to the schedule that we don't need. Most of these vaccines are unnecessary. Many of them are for diseases that are not even casually contagious. It was a gold rush because if you get onto that schedule, the recommended schedule, it's $1 billion a year for your company. And in many cases, NIH is bearing the royalties. So we got all of these new vaccines, 72 shots, 16 vaccines, and now even more because we're doing the HPV vaccine. And that year, 1989, we saw an explosion in chronic disease in American children. The neurological diseases suddenly exploded in 1989. ADD, ADHD, sleep disorders, language delays, ASD, autism, Tourette syndrome, tics, narcolepsy. These are all things that I never heard of. Autism went from 1 in 10,000 in my generation, according to the CDC data, to 1 in every 34 kids today.
That is amazing to hear that. But it's from what he said, they sued and he had to admit that. So I think that's factual enough that you could probably find the facts about that or not. So, hopefully YouTube doesn't get mad at me for playing something Robert Kennedy Jr. Said happened to him. It's his word. So it's not my word. I'm just sharing something that I thought was very informative. So hopefully they don't get mad at me and take my channel down again because they think it's medical misinformation or whatever it is. But I'm not trying to be a doctor. All I'm trying to do is share links and information to people so that you can look it up for yourself and find out what you believe. Because it shouldn't be anybody's one-sided point of view. It should be other points of view that's laid out for you and let you decide what it is you want to do. It's just like when you get in the phone book and you're trying to find a doctor and there's 5 doctors, right, that you might want to see that take your insurance. So you have a choice to click on which one you want to call. You call them, you talk to them, and then you go see them. And if you like the way they treat you, you're going to keep going to see them. But if you go there and you feel like they don't have good bedside manner or something about them just doesn't make you feel confident in them, you can choose to go to the next guy on the list. You don't have to take the one because there's other options for you. And I wish that we were able to do that with most everything. And you can choose what restaurant you want to eat at. You can choose what food you want to eat. You can choose what clothes you want to wear. Why shouldn't you be able to still do that with this kind of stuff? For information wise, if you're on Facebook and you like Facebook, you should keep using Facebook. I don't like Facebook and I should have the right to not use Facebook. If I want to use YouTube and look up videos and stuff, or if I want to use TikTok or Instagram or Snapchat or Rumble or any of these other means of information, I should be able to pick and choose which one I want, because that is what America is supposed to be based on, is freedom and freedom of choice. And hopefully we can keep that. People overwhelmingly voted for freedom, from what I can tell. on this last election, which we're going to find out in January when this new administration steps in, and see how it goes. And hopefully, if you voted for this new administration, you will help them be successful by working in your towns, in your cities, and in your state to help the people that you voted in, the new people in your state, to back this new administration and to do what you ask them to do. Instead of them doing what they want to do, they should be doing what we ask them to do, right? Aren't we the ones that pay taxes to pay all these people's yearly salaries? And we keep saying that we want them to perform and do certain things in our schools, and to give us more rights, and to stay out of our bedrooms and whatever else, but yet we don't do anything about it. We don't get upset when they keep doing all these things. They're trying to force their agendas on us. But guess what? It looks like we did. But now it's up to us to back this new administration. When they step into office and they say, okay, this is what we're going to do because you guys asked us to do it, and they start doing it, we can't just say, oh, well, it's none of my business now, it's over. Well, it isn't. It's just starting. We have to take back our schools for our kids. We have to take back our towns for us to be able to raise our kids in our towns and in our states. And if we take our states back, guess what? If we all fight and take our states back, we take it from the federal government. And it should be the states' rights. Our state should override any of this stuff. Our state has the people voted to live in this state and have certain things going on in our state. And if your state wants that, it should be for the people. And if more people voted yes for something, that's what should go. Okay, that's the way it should be. That's the way our forefathers set it up. And if you don't like what's going on in your state, you start looking for another job in a different state that agrees with what you think you want for your life. That's freedom, to be able to get in your car and drive over the state line and start a whole new life in another state that you feel agrees with your point of view. I mean, that is, I thought that was the American dream, to be able to do those things. We're lucky because lots of people in other countries do not have what we have. I'm very thankful for that. I'm very, very thankful that I'm an Air Force brat and that I got to grow up on bases and got to travel to different countries and see how their governments treated them, and realized, we have it really, really good in America, even with all the bull crap that we see going on in the streets, and the fighting and the arguing, and just some of the things that we see and that we don't agree on. It's still 10 times better than so many other countries. And those people have no other option because they're not Americans. And I can see why people want to come here and try to change their lives. And I know many, many, many of the people that are illegally coming into our country do want the same things. They want freedom like we have, but they broke the law to come here by illegally coming into our country. So if you did do that and came here illegally, the best thing for you to do is to go somewhere and say, hey, I want to be an American citizen. What do I have to do? And start off right. Start off the right way so that your children will have the right to become American citizens and be treated as an American citizen because you went through the legal means to become an American citizen, because millions of people came here from around the world and went through the process and became American citizens. And they're just as much of an American citizen as I am, being born an American citizen. And they should have this, they should be treated that way with respect. Because if you walk all over our citizenship because you broke the law to get here, and then you do become an American citizen, and other people are going to walk all over you. And I think that that's not what you want. So I hope that you're thinking about it and find out what you can do for yourself to become a legally American that belongs here because you are a citizen. So I just wanted to get that off my chest. So hopefully I've not worried everybody out. But let's see. The next thing I wanted to bring up, let's see if I can find it here. Oh, this was a very interesting little tidbit that I thought was something I might want to share. But I'm going to share this with you because I never heard of it. I've never seen anything like it, but it looks important, and hopefully people will be able to share it and find out about it because I think it's interesting, and I don't even know if it's real. So don't just take it for whatever they say it is. Watch the video and go try to find out for yourself and see if it is real. It's supposedly in Washington State, in somewhere in Washington State. But I'm going to share this. It says, "Watching the water, Washington State water. What the heck is in the water? How's your water? Do you drink bottled water or city water?" And it says, "Watch your water closely." And this guy is going to talk about what he says he found in his water. So let's see what he says he found in it. And then maybe we can go look and see if we have the same thing in our water. I don't live in Washington, but that doesn't mean it can't be in my water in the state of Arkansas. So maybe we should all start paying more attention to what we're putting in our bodies and taking some responsibility for ourselves, because there's plenty of ways to buy things to filter your water right out of your kitchen sink. And I've done that with the Brita filters, and then there's other ones, different names that do the same thing. But here you go. Here, I'm going to play this for us.
Have you heard the scary breaking news out of Washington and Oregon? Well, Northern Oregon to be specific. They are finding these parasitic creature critters in the water in the whole state of Washington and parts of Oregon, as I mentioned. This is a high concentration of them, of what they look like. But typically, if you turn on your faucet, there's only a few of them in your glass, and they'll cling to the bottom or to the side, so you don't notice them. But people are drinking them up without noticing. And scientists don't know what they are. They've never seen them before. But so far, they show that they're harmless. They see that when they get to the stomach, they get into the bloodstream and make their way up to the brain, where they hang out and drink just a little bit of blood to nourish themselves. But it's not going to hurt the human. It's a little bit of blood, but they don't know long term what the effects are. And so they're going to follow them closely and see. But I'm curious, those from Washington and Northern Oregon, have you seen them in your water? Are you buying store-bought water? How is the general public doing with this?
That looks pretty creepy. It looks like some kind of parasite of some sort. And I know that people have had worms and other different parasites, and there's medicine you can get from your doctor to kill it. But I don't know how he's saying what he's saying about something about them being able to travel in your bloodstream and go to your brain. I don't know how he knows any of this stuff. He didn't show anything to show me that's what happens. But these are pretty big, because if you're looking at this picture and you see these guys' fingers, these are pretty big. So I don't see how anybody could get this in their water and not see something swimming around in there. Because if I saw something wiggling around in my cup, I wouldn't drink it. So this is kind of, I don't know, suspicious. But hey, I wanted you to see it, so look into it. And just make sure you look at your water before you start drinking it out of your tap or whatever. Most people I know drink it, filtered water from the refrigerator filter, or they have the little thing that you put in the sink and you fill it up, and it has a filter, so as you're pouring it, it's filtered out. So I just wanted to give you a heads up for a lot of people that may not have that, just to make sure you're looking in your glass before you drink it. And hopefully we'll figure this out, because it sounds like it's only in Oregon and Washington right now, but that just means that somebody found it there. That doesn't mean that it isn't someplace else. So I think everybody should be on alert and start looking to make sure that these things aren't in your water, and maybe boil your water, because every so often a line will break, especially in the winter when the ground gets really cold, you'll get a cracked line in your water line, and they'll send out a boil water order. In your mailbox, you get a little thing that says you need to boil your water because there's been a a broken water pipe or whatever, and until they get it fixed, to make sure the water's clean coming from the tower, to make sure you boil your water before you cook with it and eat with it and stuff. So I just thought that was important. Maybe I'll share that. So I'm going to share the link for this video so that you can go back and look at it, and then maybe
Have you heard the scary breaking?
Research for yourself to see if you've seen anything like it, or if you do find out it's like some guy making stuff up or whatever, please send it to me, because I'd be very interested in sharing that it was a hoax or whatever else. But I couldn't find anything as of the time that I got ready to start to do this. But I'm going to share this real quick in the chat for everybody. Oh, thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving, AJ. And I hope you had a great day and you guys got to eat a lot of good, yummy turkey or ham or brisket or whatever it is that you guys like to eat for Thanksgiving. I can't eat any bread, so that really stunk. Because I'm found out that I'm allergic to gluten, so I'm still trying to learn how to change my diet. And man, I'm telling you, you don't realize how much gluten is in everything. So it's like I feel like I've lost a few pounds simply because I just not that much that I can eat, and I'm having to fill it in with salad and yogurt and things like that, and fruits, because I know that there's no gluten in fresh fruit and stuff like that. So. But yeah, I would like for you guys to look into that and see if you can find out anything. I just thought it was interesting because they seemed awful giant for someone to be able to drink that and say, what is that swimming around in my water? But the thing is, I've gone to the lake and streams, and I pulled water out in a tin cup and drank it. So, and I never got sick or anything. So I don't know. I guess everybody's bodies are different. So you'd have to just, if you feel comfortable drinking out of a well, which I have for many years, because a lot of my relatives live in the boonies, and that's all they have is well water. So, but I've never seen anything swimming around in there like that, like those little things. They kind of look like, I don't know what those fish are called, but they're little fish that look like pieces of grass, sticklefish or something like that. That's what they look like, little baby ones. To me, but I'm not a zoologist or anything like that, but who knows? I think it's pretty interesting though. Okay, so let's see, what was the next thing I had up here? There's a couple things that I had. Let's see. Okay, here's another one that I thought was pretty interesting, so I thought I'd share with you. It was a post on X, and it says, this is eye-opening for sure for those who have never seen this before. So when I saw that, I thought, well, okay, I'm going to watch this. And it says, you'll never watch the news again after seeing this video. Now, I'm still going to watch the news every so often because I have watched this video, but I think it's interesting, and it is eye-opening, because once you realize that basically they're all saying the exact same thing, like they're all reading from the exact same script, maybe you'll open your eyes and realize, hey, maybe I shouldn't believe everything I hear on the news. So here you go.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media.
The sharing of biased and false news has become all too common on social media. More alarming, some media simply aren't true without checking facts first. Unfortunately, some members of the media use their platforms to push their own personal bias and agenda to control exactly what people think. And this is extremely dangerous to our democracy.
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 Scary if you think about it. And we live in a constitutional republic. So I absolutely do not like it when they say that over and over and over again. Democracy, 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 democracy. Yeah, it is a form of democracy, about the way we do some of the things, but we live in a constitutional republic. And I hope that our schools are going to do a better job in the future about teaching our children about how our country actually runs, and what a constitutional republic is. And maybe we'll have less people running around believing all this stuff, thinking that that type of thing is normal for people, because it isn't. The thing is that I came from a family with 5 daughters and a very outspoken mom, and my dad was gone a lot. Sometimes my dad, I remember my dad being gone for almost a whole year. And so my mom was basically our disciplinarian. She's the one that helped us with our homework. She helped us with our problems, that we had, fighting between the 5 of us. And when we would travel, like from, when we lived in Spokane, Washington, at Homestead Air Force Base, we would get in a Greyhound bus, okay, and ride in the bus all the way to Texas and Oklahoma and stuff, to visit relatives. And then sometimes, depending on how much time off my mom would have from work, we would take the Greyhound bus and go to Maine and in New England to visit my dad's side of the family. So that was her way of doing it, because trying to ride in a car with 5 kids and having to stop every time we had to go to the bathroom, get something to eat, and then get a hotel and do all this, it was very expensive. So what she would do, and I didn't really realize it until I was an adult, basically, that my mother would sit on a bus and ride with 5 kids and sleep on a bus with us and watch us, and pretty much stay awake as much as she could the whole trip. Then when we get somewhere, a relative's house, she would sleep. And I'd wonder why she would sleep so much, but it's because she stayed awake while she was on the bus to make sure we were safe. But my mother tried to do as much as she could to make sure that we saw as much as we could of our family and knew who our cousins were, our aunts and our uncles. My mom was very strict about family and how important it was to know your family, and I try to do that. I try to do that with my own family now, and I have close relationships with my sisters. I don't get to talk to them every single day, but we talk every week. We know what's going on with each other. We try to share stuff that's going on with our kids, and things like that, because it's important that you know who you are and where you come from. And I wish more people could have that, but it just seems sad to me that so many people, because of what's happened over the last 4 years, has broken up so many families because we don't agree on who should be in charge. But all of them seem to agree on family and how important families are, and relationships and honesty and a lot of things like that is all the same. It's just that we don't agree on how to get to that, how to reach those goals. And instead of pointing the finger at each other, we should start trying to figure out ways to get along better, to stop and listen to the other person's point of view, and seeing how we can work things out, and not argue all the time about it, because it shouldn't really matter. As long as we all have the same goal and we all want to get to the same destination, why don't we figure out a way to get there all on the same road, side by side, instead of fighting about every little detail about how we're going to get there. And that's why I'm hoping that some of these groups that I'm seeing being put together with one person in charge. Okay, if you got one person in charge at like a CEO at a business, and then you have all the underlings doing their jobs, and if you're all doing your job properly, the business runs smoothly. It makes a profit, and you're able to pay all the people a decent wage, and the people buying the product that you have, that you're giving out, should be happy. So you're not going to have a bunch of people returning the product because it's made like crap, or a bunch of people going on strike because they're being treated like dirt, and have a CEO that you find out that's stealing from the company, things like that. And if you have a good person running the company, then the rest of the stuff seems to flow the way it should. And if it's your wallet that's open, right, and you got all these people reaching into your wallet and spending money on things that have nothing to do with supporting you in the way you live your life, then how long before your wallet's empty and it's not being refilled? And that's what we need to start looking at, because what are we leaving for our children and our grandchildren, our great-grandchildren? Is there going to be anything left of what we see America as? Or is it going to be a bottomless pit with nothing but darkness down there, with no money, nothing left to give them or to leave for them? Because if nobody owns anything, I guess the government wins, right? And I don't want to see that, because I've had many, many relatives work their whole life to keep their property and maintain their homes and pay the taxes on it. And they deserve to keep that. If they've done that their whole life, why shouldn't they keep it? It's theirs. It's no different than a car. You buy a car, you get the oil change, you change the tires, you take good care of the engine, and you wash it and dry it and vacuum the inside out and take good care of it. The car's going to look good for quite a long while, just like you. You take a shower, you brush your hair, you eat, you exercise, you try to take care of yourself, and you're going to live a lot longer simply because you're taking care of you. And that's all I want to see us do. I want to see us all work together and take care of this beautiful country that I put in the background, the United States of America. And we're United States, okay? That means one state next to the next state, depends on that state for goods or services that come over these state lines, that your people drive over back and forth over the lines and bring goods back and forth. Big people back and forth, and we need each other. And hopefully more people will be stepping back and think about this holiday that's coming up, Christmas, and your family and your friends. What can we do today to help somebody else? Okay, if we can all do that, I think we'll be better off, and I think we'll be happier. Because when you lay your head down at night and you close your eyes, you're going to say, I did something good. And feel good about yourself when you look in the mirror, knowing that you tried to do something for someone that didn't ask you for help, but you just saw they needed help and wanted to help them. And if they did come and ask you for help, see if you can help them, at least a little, or help them find someone who can help them. Things like that. Let's try not to be as selfish as it seems like. Man, we've had a lot of selfish people in the last 4 years, all thinking me, 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 me. What can I get out of it for myself? Instead of what can I get out of it to help them and help our fellow Americans have a better life and a better family than they had the last 4 years. So that's all I wanted to say. And I've already gone over an hour for tonight, and I'm sorry I didn't have my other guests that didn't come, but that's okay. I'm used to doing things by myself, for myself, which I think most of us are. We're able to handle things on our own. And I always want to say thank you to everybody who showed up to listen to what I had to say. And hopefully I had something interesting that you hadn't heard of. Oh, hi. Thank you for joining me, Mage Musings. Hope you had a great Thursday or this week. And I hope you're going to have a wonderful weekend that's coming up. I'm excited because I haven't got to play with my gamer friends for my role-playing games on Saturday. And I miss everyone. I took a couple weeks off doing things for my own family. Hi, Winky. Thank you for stopping in. I really appreciate it. But I just want people to realize that we are important. I'm important. You're important, and we're here to live our lives. But what kind of life are we going to have without anyone around us, without our friends, or making friends, making new friends, getting to talk to our friends, and share fun things that we've done in our lives, or interesting information that we found out about a book that we read, a movie that we watched, or a wonderful new song that we just heard. There's so many wonderful things that we have in our world, and all you have to do is take a few minutes out of your day, and share it with someone else. Maybe make them happy. Maybe they've never seen the movie, or they've never read that book, or they never heard that song or that poem, or seen that funny video that you want to share with them to give them a little chuckle for the day. Earlier today, I played a song. It was called Sides Chick, or whatever, Sides Chick, I think that's what it was called. But the song was really funny, and it was about a rap song, and I posted it on my timeline. I can't play it because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube for, a musical song or whatever. But it would be a lot of fun if we could, but I don't want to get in trouble for it. So I just want to say happy Thanksgiving again to everyone. And I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And hopefully, if you're not busy and you want to come hang out with us tomorrow night with Ruben and Orange Hat and I, and maybe Bruce gets to join us again. I really miss him getting to hang out with us on Friday night for the Friday Night Shit Show. But I just want everyone to know I'm thankful that I have all of you in my life, and that it's almost been a whole year since I've been doing the Friday Night Shit Show. And I've been talking to my sister Sandy, because the reason we started the Friday Night Shit Show, I was just learning how to do live streams, and Bruce was showing me how to run all the stuff and everything. And my mom had died 5 years earlier, and I was talking to my sister, and we were on the phone, and I was telling her that I was needing to learn how to use this software and stuff like that. And I was thinking about doing a live stream, and that I was just sad and lonely, and I miss my mom. And she said she felt the same way. And I said, well, why don't you join me and we'll do a live stream. We'll just call it the shit show, like that. And Sandy joined me on my show, and we just talked and went live. And that was the very first Friday Night Shit Show. And I'm hoping that this year on the same Friday, the Friday, as closest to the date as I can, that she's going to join me. It'll be later than normal because she has a job, and I can't expect her not to go to work. So after she gets off from work, she's going to join us on that Friday, and hopefully you guys will be able to hang out with us again. But I feel very blessed, and I'm very thankful for all my friends that I've made on YouTube, because that's where it first started. And I've met so many wonderful people in the chat, hanging out in different groups with like Doomcock and with Clobby from Clobbering Times. And then I was watching Friday Night Tights and Geeks and Gamers and Ryan Cannell and Drunk 3PO, and all these different groups is who I used to watch every week and enjoy their fun, entertaining shows. And I was making little videos, shorts, and sending them to my friends and stuff. And one of my friends said, you need to start a TikTok. And I didn't know what TikTok was. So that's how it all started for me. I started doing TikTok. And then when YouTube came out with shorts, I thought, what the heck? I'm going to put some stuff on YouTube. And I never thought I'd ever do a live stream or anything like that. And I used to wear the little glasses, I used Snapchat and did that because I was afraid of being myself, because I was afraid someone might come to my house, or, I don't know. I was paranoid about a lot of things. But I'm thankful to Bruce and a lot of other people that I've met on this platform and on my Discord, because I've had Discord as long as I've been in chats and stuff on YouTube, way before I did any of this stuff. But I'm thankful to all of you for supporting me in my fun journey to try to learn who I am, basically, because I was going through a lot of personal things, and everyone does, and so I'm no different than anyone else. But I used this and making videos and being goofy and laughing and stuff, just to stay me, basically, to not be ashamed to be a nerd, and not to be ashamed of liking comic books or going to Comic Cons, which I enjoy. And I don't think anyone that goes to a Comic Con or dresses up in a costume and does live long and prosper, any of these things is weird, because to me they're just like me. And my mom encouraged me to be myself and to like riding in rodeos or hanging out with my dad more than hanging out with my sisters and stuff like that. So I'm thankful that I had a wonderful mother that loved me enough to let me be myself. And that's all I want for everyone else. But I just want to say thank you again, and I hope you guys have a wonderful night. And I'm going to close with my newest video that I've added as my outro, because I used to have the one about Trump running for 2024. But now that he's won, I don't need to play that one anymore. So I've chosen a new one. And I hope that you guys enjoyed as much as I did. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow night. Good night.
First off, let me convey to my family, friends, and supporters that now is not the time to gloat. We must remember that most of our left-leaning friends are good people who want the same things in life as we do, but simply think differently on how to get there. It is now time to be the bigger man, to extend an olive branch and unite all reasonable people of this great nation. God has blessed America, and together with President Trump, we will make America great again.